Well, a quick fact check. Due to the population of India, according to the World Bank, it is 140 plus crore, a 0.95% increase since 2021. Now, do the math. How many applicants will be applying to your dream college or the course that you want to opt for? Well, the answer will be in thousands or lakhs. So, how will you differentiate from those other applicants? How will you stand above the crowd? An academy, India's leading education platform, not only brings with it top educators from the field, but also so much experience that can help you crack your exam into your dream college and as well as excel in the course. An academy is offering 20% discount on your subscription. It is also offering the lowest 299 rupees for 45 plus day subscription for classes 8 to 12, IIT JEE preparation and NEET UG preparation from 23rd April to 30th April. Now, how are these courses different from the other courses? Well, you get live classes from the top educators. You get 24/7 doubt solving. You also get personalized academic counseling. So, what are you waiting for? This is your chance to grab the ticket for your dream college. The link is in the description for more information.
Some actors are singers, all singers are dancers. Alright, so again, no sense in these statements, and we shouldn't really worry about the sense behind all these statements. We've just got to worry about the syllogism, right? In these statements. So, some actors are singers. Let's give this a try. So, we'll draw this. So, A stands for actors, and S stands for singers, and D for dancers. Okay. So we'll draw some random Venn diagram. Any one Venn diagram would be okay. We'll start with that. We'll start with the most famous one. This one. Some actors are singers, and then all the singers are dancers, right? So all the singers. That's part of case one. We need to draw a bigger circle. That will be T, dancers. Now we've got to check the conclusion. Some actors are dancers, right? Some actors are dancers. Let's see if that's working. So, obviously, in every kind of case, this statement would be correct. Let's see. In this case, it works, right? Some actors are dancers. This portion, there is A intersect B over here. A intersect D over here, actually. And then other than that, what if I'm doing the other cases? That is, if this is the case, A and S are similar, and then we have this one, dancers. Again, it works, right? It works, and you needn't draw every single case in all the questions. That will take a lot of time. These kind of stuff, especially A is equal to S and A inside S, all of these can be done inside our mind. Most cases, you just have to worry about this part. If this one, if this works, then in most cases, the conclusion would be right. All right. So again, this one works. This case, this Venn diagram also fits in. This Venn diagram is, let's see, right? Some actors are singers. So A is inside S, and then all singers are dancers. Something like this. Again, some actors are dancers, right? It fits in with one of the Venn diagrams, case 3. So this is also right. And similarly, we can prove that for the fourth Venn diagram of some ARP. And using that, we can say that conclusion 1 fits in. Now, where did that philosophy come? If and only if all the Venn diagrams are satisfied, would a conclusion be true? So if there is one Venn diagram that we can draw to disprove any of the conclusion, then the conclusion is entirely incorrect. Simple as that. So we just have to point out mistakes of conclusions of these people, right? Point out the mistakes. Don't worry about the good deeds. Just worry about the bad deeds. Figure out one way to disprove any of the Venn diagram, and then prove it wrong. If we can't prove it wrong, then the statement or in fact the conclusion is correct. In this case, we tried all the Venn diagrams and all the Venn diagrams were satisfying the conclusion. So we can't disprove in any way and the conclusion is right. Now, no singer is actor. Let's try that out. No singer is actor, right? So again, we'll have the Venn diagrams drawn. The similar one works. It's like the most generic representation. This representation, the generic representation of some actors or singers. Now, no singer is actor. That's what we've got to figure out, right? So, no singer is actor. Okay, even in this case itself, that has been disproved, right? These singers are actors. There is a common point between A and S. So, we can already say that this statement is wrong. This is disproved. On the other hand, the first conclusion was true. So this is what we can say. Conclusion 1 is correct. Conclusion 2 is wrong. Now let's see how the questions come up usually. So these would be the options. Okay. Only one conclusion follows. Only two conclusion follows. Either one or two follows, etc. So again, let's jump back to the question. The first conclusion was right. The second was wrong. So only one conclusion follows would be the answer, right? So this is the answer. This is the answer. Only one conclusion follows. And yeah. So similarly, we'll do a few more problems. And after doing all these problems, you'll be well set to answer any kind of question that comes in. As simple as that. All cars are cats, all fans are cats. This is easy. All cars are cats. So this is CR, this is CT, let's say. And then all fans are cats. So we can have different cases. This is one case. Or we can have this case. This is fan. This is car. This is the cat. Right? They've just said that all fans are cats. They've not said whether all fans are cars or it's the otherwise. So these two cases, these two Venn diagrams are possible. Now let's see if any of the Venn diagram can disprove any of the conclusion. If it disproves, then the conclusion is wrong. Simple. All cars are fans. All cars are fans. Okay, this Venn diagram says it is true. Now what about this? All cars are fans. No, right? This part of car is not part of fan. So this Venn diagram does not support conclusion 1. So we can say that conclusion 1 is wrong. Now some fans are cars. What about that? Okay, so some fans are cars. Easily this Venn diagram works, right? We've seen the cases. We've seen case 3 and this one works. A, B works. At the same time, B inside A also works. So this Venn diagram works. What about this? Fan is inside car in this case. That works too, right? So we can say that case conclusion 2 follows conclusion 1 doesn't follow. Simple. So if that was the case, option B would be the answer. All right. Let's jump to the third question. All the books are pencils. No pencil is eraser. Cool. All the books. Pencil. No pencil is eraser. No pencil is eraser. So that means no common point. Now, all the pencils are books. Here you can see that this is one Venn diagram that we can draw, or this is one Venn diagram that we can draw. Try to keep this in your mind. In most cases, both of these would be working together. So all the pencils are books. That's the first conclusion that we've got to investigate on, right? all the pencils are books. Not really. If this were the case, if this was the only Venn diagram, then it would have been true. But this is also a Venn diagram, right? So here, not all pencils are books. This part of pencil is not a book. So we can say that conclusion 1 is not true. Now, some erasers are books. Some erasers are books. There is no common point between E and B. Or you can say there is no E intersect B. So conclusion 2 is also not following. No book is eraser. No book is eraser. Correct. It fits under case 2. So this is true. And even here, it works. Right? Even this Venn diagram, it works. Now, some books are erasers. Again, you've got to find E intersect B. It's similar to the second conclusion, right? And we've already disproved the second conclusion. So we can say that this is also not following. So this is the answer. Conclusion 3 follows. Simple. Now we'll get to question number 4. Anil is a sportsman. Sportsmen are healthy. Those are the two statements. And then we've got conclusions coming up. So let's draw. Let's figure out with Venn diagrams. Anil is a sportsman. So you can say that Anil, here you can say all Anils are sportsmen, right? Because we've not said Anil Kumble is a sportsman, Anil Ambani is not a sportsman, something like that. We've not really said in any statement like that. So we can assume that all kind of Anil is a sportsman, okay? So Anil, sportsman. So this is the Venn diagram that we draw. Or you can put A is equal to S as well. And then sportsmen are healthy. So healthy. This is one Venn diagram that we can draw. Or we can draw this Venn diagram. This is important. This is very important. These two are two different Venn diagrams and these two can have different conclusions. Okay. So sportsmen are healthy. These two Venn diagrams. Cool. Now, all healthy persons, now we are going to the conclusions. All the healthy persons are sportsmen. All the healthy persons are sportsmen. None of the Venn diagram says that. Here, we have a bunch of healthy people who are not sportsmen. Even here, right? So, none of the Venn diagram is supporting that. Even if one Venn diagram is not supporting, we can say that the conclusion is wrong. So, obviously, conclusion 1 is wrong. Now, Anil is healthy. If we were talking about Venn diagram 2, then some part of Anil is healthy. Some Anil is healthy. Right? Some Anil is healthy. It could have been like this as well. We could have drawn another Venn diagram. We have multiple Venn diagrams to draw. But these are the only things that are required. But then again, only some of Anil is healthy. And here in this case, no Anil is healthy. So obviously conclusion 2 is also not following. So both the conclusions are disproved and hence we can say that both the conclusions are wrong, right? So these are the questions that come up usually. We have a cliche set of questions and if you know the Venn diagrams and if you know how to use these Venn diagrams and the code that I mentioned before, then any of these questions are already gonna be solved by you for sure. Okay, so that's the best part about Venn diagrams, like I said before. And now actually we are done with all the questions. And I hope you had a fun time learning this chapter. It is something that also needs some genuine practice. And because of that, we in Road to IPM have quizzes, weekend quizzes, right? I suppose some of you might know that, but for the attention of everybody, Road to IPM does have weekend quizzes on our Telegram group. So get to the RTI Steps group, join that as soon as possible, and possibly this week we'll be having a quiz on syllogism. So if you are able to cover this entire video and do a few questions that if you've done these questions itself, you'll be able to solve any question coming for the quiz as well as for the exam. So I guess that quiz will give you enough practice as well. and enough confidence to solve any kind of syllogism problem. So this weekend you can expect a syllogism question coming up. And other than that, do let us know about your comments and your positive as well as negative feedback, your suggestions, everything in the comment section. And yes, I had a fun time teaching all of you. And hopefully we'll see each other in the next video. And that will be it from my side for now. Thank you, everybody.